Hello, everyone. Welcome to the end of our first full week of school. Hope you all are doing well today, and I just hope that you all felt pretty good about this beginning week. I know there's still a whole lot of uncertainties right now, a whole lot of concerns and things like that, but we're going to get through this. And based on how you all have been working this week, I think you all are going to be just fine. But of course, this week was a little more simple in terms of work. Just a lot of introductory stuff to fill out. We are going to be getting into our new content officially next week, so be ready for that and be ready to be learning a lot of new content, whether it's you're one of my English classes or you're my yearbook class. We'll be getting into all new stuff next week, and we will get to that when we do. So, today I'm going to keep things brief, like I said on Wednesday, because all today is a review day, and that's what every Friday is going to be like, essentially. It's going to be a review day where normally you'll have some sort of review questions to answer. I am not giving you review questions today because, like I said um, on Wednesday, your sort of review really, it's not a review at all. It's filling out this class procedures workday assignment where you're telling me what day you would prefer to have a work day as a work day for the week. Now, let me show you the results I got for that real quick because I'm just sort of wrapping everything up this weekend, telling you all about different things, updating you all. So, I've gotten about 59 responses so far. That's a little over half of you, so I still need a lot more responses from this. That'd be great, please, so I can have a good statistics. But so far, the results are actually generally pretty close for Wednesday and Thursday. It's almost neck and neck. So if it continues to be that way, then I'll try and alternate what day is a work day for you all versus what day isn't, since you all are pretty divided on that so far. Tuesday, I'm probably not going to use since there's so few responses. So that one's sort of out of the competition unless more people start checking off Tuesday. But it doesn't surprise me that Wednesday and Thursday are both so close because they're both right in the middle of the week. So that's what we've got going for the workday so far. So that's not due until next Tuesday, September 8th, this coming Tuesday. So please be sure to turn that in because it is worth points. So turn that in. And that is the update on that. Now, I want to give you all a couple of reminders, just reviewing for the week. First of all, I've said this so many times, and I'm sure you all are so tired of hearing it, but this is mainly for those of you who are still not taking your attendance. You need to log in and take your attendance every day. Now, it doesn't really matter to me what time you take your attendance. I've said that before. You can do it bright and early in the morning, or you can do it later at night. But just be sure to do it because then I have to go through and check off participation, and it's just going to be easier and more streamlined if you all do your attendance. And those of you who are in my homeroom and aren't taking attendance, who also happen to be in my English classes, I'm going to be reminding you all via contact today to take your attendance and everything like that. So just keep that in mind, please. Take your attendance. And let me make this full screen. Oh, well, already was full screen. Okay, there we go. All right, turn in your contact info if you haven't yet. This isn't like the most vital thing for you all. I only really needed the contact info this week for sure from homeroom, and almost everybody in homeroom has turned it in. But for you all, I still do want it because I might need to get in contact with you all in the future, especially if you all are having trouble with assignments or you all are having questions about Google Classroom or things like that. I'd love to have that contact info so I know the best way to get into contact with you personally. And I can get in contact with your parents too. I'm not against that, but I would prefer that I talk to you all as opposed to talking to your parents and then communication being broken up. So please, if you haven't turned in your contact info, please do that this weekend if you can. It's not for a grade, of course. I didn't make it for a grade, but it's still something that I really would like to have. And yeah, just do that as soon as you can. Okay. Digital syllabus signature and email etiquette assignments are both due today. Now, if you've just joined my class, a couple of you have just joined in on my English classes, which to those of you who have, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. But for those of you who have just joined, I only want you to worry about the digital syllabus signature right now. The email etiquette, we can get to that if we need to, but I only want you all to worry, those of you who are new to the class, who have just come in like Thursday or Friday of this week, to only worry about the digital syllabus signature for now. But for the rest of you who have been in class from the beginning, or at least since last week, I want you all to do both for sure. And a lot of you all have gotten the digital syllabus signature done. There's a good majority of you who have finished it. I believe the class that has the most to do right now might be my 6th period, but that also happens to be because 6th period is my biggest class. So just be sure, I'm just going through and showing you all how many have turned it in and everything like that. Just be sure if you haven't to turn it in so that I can put in those grades. And I have put in some grades so far for the digital syllabus signature, so I'm going to be continuing to do that today and everything like that so that you all will start seeing those results. Now, the email etiquette assignment, there's a bit more of you who haven't turned that in yet. And based on that, I'm getting the communication that some of you all might need more time to watch through the video. So I'm going to be a little more lenient on the turn-in date for this, but try to turn it in by the end of today if you can. If you don't get it to me by Wednesday of next week, that's Wednesday, September 9th, then I'm going to have to count it late. So I'll be lenient on that assignment since it is our first sort of assignment where we're doing work on it. But I am still going to count it late if you don't turn it in by Wednesday, so keep that in mind. All right, so those are both due today. All right, move the camera again. And gotta get back to full screen. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna X out of this for the moment. All right, so something else I wanted you all to be aware of is that I am going to be holding required Google Meets every once in a while. And I already have the dates set aside for the first 2 of those. And the required Google Meets will always be on the days that I have my office hours, like the typical office hours. And I'll remind you all of that when it's your day to come into the required Google Meet. So the first of the required Google Meets is going to be held 2 weeks from now. So you all have all of next week where you don't have to come to a Google Meet. But the week after, the week of September 14th through the 18th, there will be required Google Meets. And remember, for first block, you all are Tuesday from 10 to 11. Second block, you all, I don't have a first block. Second block, you all are Tuesday from 1 to 2. Third block, you all are Wednesday from 10 to 11. Fourth block, you all are Wednesday from 1 to 2. Fifth block, you are Thursday from 10 to 11. And sixth block, you all are Thursday from 1 to 2. So I'll be holding those, and it won't be me necessarily going over new content in those Google Meets. It's more of a way for me to touch base with you all and actually get to talk to you all. Now, I know I'm sort of doing that in these pre-recorded lessons, but it's not the same. And I don't always know if you all are watching my pre-recorded lessons. Now, it seems like, for the most part, most of you all are, which is good. But I want to have some actual interaction with you all where I can actually talk to you all. And if that means just getting to hear you all talk in chat, just saying you're doing okay, then that's fine with me. I just prefer to have contact with all of you all, at least at some point before fall break starts. I don't want you all to be left out on your own, and I feel like some of you all probably would prefer maybe to ask questions in a bigger group setting as opposed to just coming to me one-on-one. I get that feeling that some of you all might be like that, which is totally understandable. Sometimes it's just easier to do it that way. So with those Google Meets, they will be required, and I'll be putting down participation. So um, if you can't come to the Google Meet, then let me know and email me and tell me why you can't come. But otherwise, it's required. And it's not like all of you have to be there at the same time either. That's not what I'm saying at all. You all can come at different times between those hour-long blocks. Just as long as you're there from somewhere from 10 to 11 or 1 to 2, whatever your assigned time is, then I will check you off for participation. And that will be worth actual points. Those will be your points for the day. So, for an example, second block, instead of having an assignment for that day, your points will be counted if you join the Google Meet and everything like that. So try to make it on those days, and I'll touch base with you all and everything like that, and ask you all if you have any questions. So yeah, just keep that in mind. September 14th through the 18th will be our first set of required Google Meets. And the next ones will be held before fall break, September 28th through October the 2nd. Now those I'm probably going to make a little more structured to where I do require everyone to come at the same time. That'll just make more sense because that week will probably be dedicated to reviewing over everything we've done thus far and just reminding people of the important assignments we have to do, because I'm sure by that time I'll have some sort of summative assessment for you all to do. So I'll want to go over that with you all in detail and everything like that and make sure everyone understands the assignment and if there's any questions. So that will be our second set of required meetings. So keep those dates in mind, set those off in your calendar if you need to. You don't have to think about them until 2 weeks from now, though. So next week, you all are not required to attend the Google Meets. They're only there for you if you really need them. But I hope you all understand why I'm making these Google Meets, some of them required. It's just, we're not in an in-person setting, so I can't have that consistent everyday interaction with you all. But I need some type while we're online, or I feel like I'm doing you all a disservice by leaving you all to fend for yourselves this whole time, and only giving you all the option to join a Google Meet. I think just making it required will make it better, and being together as a group will make things feel a little better and a little more consistent. So that is why I am making some required, but I'm trying to be fair and not do required Google Meets all the time, just every once in a while. So, all right. That is pretty much it for today. I will be getting into more consistent contact with you all next week. If you all are struggling with assignments or if some of you have not turned in anything, I'll be contacting you all. But this week, today, don't expect much contact of any type from me unless you send out an email to me personally, which a lot of you all have done. So thank you all for doing that, and thank you for taking the initiative. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend, your first 3-day weekend. I'm sure you all are feeling relieved by that, and you earned that weekend. So have a good weekend, everybody, and I will see you all once again on Tuesday.